This is the fifth in a series of pre-AP chemistry video previews for students who will be in pre-AP chemistry during the year. And in the order of force, motion, and energy, we're talking here about the transfer of thermal energy. These are all skills that should be learned in middle school and will be useful in high school chemistry. What is thermal energy? Well, we know that energy is either kinetic, energy of motion, or potential, stored energy, energy of position. One kind of kinetic energy is called thermal energy. Thermal energy is heat energy, energy expressed, for instance, as very fast gas molecules or as electromagnetic waves. This energy can be transferred from one object to another, and three different processes can be used, either alone or in tandem with each other, for the energy transfer. We'll use methods of cooking food as our examples here. First, energy transfer by conduction. Conduction involves direct touching of high-speed particles from a fire or an electric heater to the slower particles in the frying pan and the food in the frying pan. It involves then a direct collision between high-energy particles and low-energy particles, and that collision speeds up the cooler substance particles and therefore cooks the food. And there's two ways it can cook the food. It can drive off water, we call that dehydration, or it can change the structure of the food molecules. The second type of energy transfer is called convection. Convection involves making fluid molecules move faster, and that makes them less dense, and therefore they rise toward the food. They transfer their energy to the food, and then they fall back down to be reheated. You can see this motion in the diagram as the hotter molecules, the faster molecules that have been warmed up by the heater, move up on the right, and then once they have cooked the food, they fall down on the left because their density has increased. So this is an indirect energy transfer in convection. And the third and last type is energy transfer by radiation. Radiation is direct energy transfer from a bright object, one that is radiating waves of light, to a dark object, something that can receive and interact with those waves of light. It's what the sun does to you when you lay outside and you get a tan or stay there too long, and the molecules in your body react to give you a sunburn. Microwaves are types of radio waves. They affect the water in food, and they make it move faster so that the food is cooked inside out. The heat actually comes from the water molecules, faster water molecules colliding with the other molecules in the food. And so we can see here a diagram of a microwave oven, and the red arrows represent the microwaves, the high energy radio waves striking the food. Radiation is direct energy transfer from a bright object. Remember, well, bright objects can be of different kinds, and they will radiate different wavelengths and frequencies and energies of light. So we show here a representation of the electromagnetic spectrum. The lowest frequency and energy waves are over here on the left. They are radio waves. As you see, the microwaves are just a little bit more energetic than radio waves of longer wavelengths. And the highest energy waves over here are X-rays and gamma rays. That's why these are the most dangerous waves. Ultraviolet is also here. So on the right of the visible light spectrum, those are the high energy waves, high frequency, and very, very tiny wavelengths. You can see the wavelengths here are represented by the different waves, and as they go from left to right, the wavelengths get much and much shorter. You can't even see a full wave here or here. Over here you can see many of them because the wavelength is very short.